15 puszczamy, nie?
Mhm. Hello, good morning. My name is Iwona Pietrzak and I am the head of Department of International Project at John Paul II Catholic University of Lublin in Poland. Welcome to today's meeting under Foreign Promotion of Programs Taught in English at KUL project. This project and our meeting is financed by Polish National Agency for Academic Exchange under Foreign Promotional Program. Our goal for today is to disseminate the offer of studies and to encourage you to become our student. We have prepared the following presentation: the history about our university and the city of Lublin, recruitment process and other requirements. You will also meet the Brian, who is our student from abroad, also presentation of doctoral school, and last but not least, 2 lectures which will be delivered by our academic staff from Department of Philosophy. During the whole meeting, you can ask a question. Just submit your question in chat. So, if you are ready, let's get started.
Knowledge is oriented toward quantitative accumulation. Wisdom is able to make a judicious selection to choose what is truly useful and what serves the good. Welcome to the John Paul II Catholic University of Lublin, Poland, rich in legacy of the saint who for a quarter of the century was our professor.
The John Paul II Catholic University of Lublin is one of the oldest universities in Poland and the first Catholic university in Central and Eastern Europe. We have 6 faculties in Lublin and 1 branch in Stalowa Wola, at which approximately 10,000 students are studying.
Why studying here? Because here not only you can do your BA thesis or MA thesis, not only you can write it here, but also you can conduct your scientific research.
I would like to invite you to the KUL Doctoral School, which is one of the doctoral schools operating in Poland, and we have 11 disciplines, and theology and philosophy are 2 disciplines with the longest tradition at our university.
The Lublin Philosophical School was created at the beginning of the 50s. Mieczysław Albert Krąpiec, Karol Wojtyła, Stefan Swierzawski, Jerzy Kalinowski, Stanisław Kamiński, later Marian Kurdziałek were its main thinkers.
I decided to study here because of international surrounding, because of people from multiple countries. I met fantastic people and you can meet them as well here. And also you can work with fantastic teachers who can help you deliver a good scientific research. They can help with your PhD thesis.
I am a Catholic priest of Catholic Archdiocese of Onitsha, Nigeria. I'm a student of KUL Doctoral School.
I've been here for 6 years. I completed my master's studies as well as my PhD studies,
And if you want a unique experience with educated professors who care about the subjects that they teach in an environment that is truly its own, there's nothing else I can do but recommend the Catholic University of Lublin.
Dear candidates, on behalf of Admissions Office, I would like to encourage you to take part in the admission procedure to become a student at the John Paul II Catholic University of Lublin. We have a wide range of the programs taught in Polish and English. Hope you find the program of your dream and become a KUL student soon. Admissions Office will be happy to help you on every stage of the admission procedure.
Want to learn more in Polish? Not a problem. We run a whole school of Polish language and culture for international students. Not curious what Granny says in this old European speech?
I am grateful and I am happy to be a member of this body and this group. Thank you and God bless you.
I think that here you can meet new friends, you can meet, as mentioned, good teachers, and make yourself at home.
And hope to see you next year, 2 years, whenever you can.
I invite you to visit our university and to become a part of our academic community.
In 2020, we presented our programs during promotional events in Taiwan and Nigeria. Now, because of pandemia, we cannot meet you in person. That is why we would like to invite you to our webinars on 23rd and 25th of March on KUL's YouTube channel. We will talk about KUL's programs, taught in English offer, and how to become our student. We sincerely welcome you to join us.
Jesus Christ be praised. My name is Father Filip Krause and I'm representative of the Rector for International Relations and also head of International Relations Office. My job today is very simple, but before I expose it, I would like to share my university experience. 21 years ago, I started to be a student of the John Paul II Catholic University of Lublin. And I must say it was the life-changing experience. For 7 years, I was immersed in this incredible society and environment of faith, reason, science, and exploration, and also personal contacts. That's why after many years, as I was taken again on board of the university, it was not unfamiliar. This was like feeling home. So now I'm exposing the task which I have today. First, to share the best greetings from our university management, from our rector president, Father Professor Mirosław Kalinowski, and from vice rectors who take care of different parts of our university life. They take care of international relations, of didactic process, namely teaching, then about the science, administration, and last but not least, the students' affairs, which will be concerning you, my young friends. The task which we have here today at this webinar is to familiarize with the university, maybe not instantly, but gradually, to the extent that some of you may decide to make it for your new home for at least a couple of years. That's why many specialists, good souls who are ready to take care of your needs and your process of education will be presenting their parts today, especially to help you through the recruitment process, but also about some experience which we have right here in the university. We are here on webinar because the fair and we would say educational presentations are less possible in a stationary way, but I'm hoping COVID will not be the obstacle which is inevitable to come here to study in whatever form with our English and also Polish language programs. That's why this array of opportunities is now to be presented. Warm welcome and hopefully one day we see you together on board.
Hello, my name is Eva KUL I. I am working at the John Paul II Catholic University of Lublin at the Academia for Modern Media and Communication. I would like to tell you about my university and the Lublin, the city where KUL is located. The John Paul II Catholic University of Lublin was founded in 1918. It is one of the oldest Polish universities and the oldest Catholic university in Central and Eastern Europe. Please let me show you what it means that our university is over 100 years old.
Only something true and of great value can stand the test of time. You invited me to join you on the journey to adulthood. You allowed me to be myself and made me believe in myself. In tough times, you protected me. Every single day with you brought knowledge for years to come, be it book lore or worldly wisdom.
Kardynałem Wojtyła.
You are my key to the world. You let me discover my talents and share them with others. You were my home when I needed it most. You gave me strength and joy. The joy of acquiring knowledge. Discovering sources. Searching for the truth. And being among people I could always lean on. It was love at first sight. You're my one and only. Thank you for being KUL for 100 years.
As you can see, during this whole time, many outstanding people were connected with our university. Among them was Reverend Karol Wojtyła, later to be elected John Paul II. For 24 years, he was a professor at the Faculty of Philosophy at our university. Since 2005, the university bears the name of John Paul II. Today, we have 6 faculties located in Lublin and 1 branch located in the city called Stalowa Wola. We have humanities, we develop humanities, social sciences, theological sciences, philosophical ones, as well as natural sciences and, among others, health sciences. What kind of people decide to study at our university? Those who do not afraid of asking questions, those who are curious. Let me show you what our students are saying.
What if you met valuable friends whom you can always rely on? Or if you could ask difficult questions, was able to seek the truth and broaden your knowledge? What if you learned how the human brain works? What if you made a book for the blind? Or discovered an unknown bacteria? What if you could change someone's life and support those in need? If you discovered your talent or developed your passion, what if you went on an international exchange and spent your free time the way you like? Are you interested? If so, it's cool.
The John Paul II Catholic University of Lublin, short name often used is KUL, KUL, offers dormitories, sporting facilities, help for those who are with disabilities, and many student organizations and circles. The main campus of our university is located in the center of Lublin. The main edifice of the John Paul II Catholic University of Lublin is very beautiful. It is a former Dominican monastery with a very interesting background legend associated with the relics of the Holy Cross. The building has a picturesque courtyard where students often meet. In the main edifice, the Faculty of Philosophy is located, as well as many offices. The second building located in the main campus is College of John Paul II. There we have the Faculty of Law, Canon Law and Administration. The second part of the faculty is located in the building of Law, College of Law, that stands nearby. As well, in the College of John Paul II, we have the Faculty of Theology. Connected with the College of John Paul II, there is College of Norwid, named after a very famous Polish poet, Cyprian Kamil Norwid. There, the Faculty of Humanities is located. The third building, the third modern building in the main campus of our university, is a Knowledge Transfer Center with the Faculty of Social Sciences. In the main campus, we have as well the unique academic church, dating back to the 15th century. There is as well an active academic pastoral ministry which enables spiritual growth for those who are seeking the support. They have many groups and communities, and they are also offering psychological support. The sixth faculty that we have at our university is the Faculty of Natural Sciences and Health. It is located at so-called Poczekajka campus, the second campus we have in Lublin. In this area, the sporting facilities and dormitories are located as well. Let me tell you that our university cultural life is thriving. There are dozens of research, artistic and sports organizations at our university, including student research circles, theaters, choirs, and discussion clubs. Our museum, University Museum, organizes both guest exhibitions and displays showing the university's rich art collections dating back to 1932. All the organizations and institutions provide an opportunity for students to develop their passions and talents. The John Paul II Catholic University of Lublin was the first university created in Lublin city. Lublin is one of the oldest and most important city centers in the eastern Poland. It is known as a leading scientific and academic city. Thanks to its geographical location, Lublin has a long tradition of integrating cultural diversities. Lublin's Old Town has a historic architecture and a unique ambience. Historic buildings create a unique atmosphere of the Renaissance city. Lublin's Old Town has narrow streets and traditional, unspoiled design. In the old townhouses, you will find many restaurants, art galleries and clubs. The frescoes at the Holy Trinity Chapel in Lublin Castle are worth mentioning. They are a mixture of Roman Catholic motifs with Eastern Byzantine styles, reinforcing how the city connects the West with the East. Students from all over the world choose Lublin as a place to develop their knowledge and passions. The student population of the city reaches 62,000, of which over 6,000 are foreign students who decided to study and develop their passions here. The large number of students in the population and the constantly growing tourist interests in the city resulted in an extensive and diverse cultural and artistic calendar of Lublin-based events. Lublin aims to be known as a Polish capital of festivals. Among them are, of course, traditional student days with many concerts and other cultural events. National statistics prove Lublin to be a friendly and safe city, which is more and more often chosen for a place of academic studies by a growing number of young people from all around the world. City authorities see a huge potential of Lublin as an academic city, hence the strong cooperation with universities in support of many development projects to increase the number of foreigners studying in Lublin. I invite you to visit as well Lublin as my university. Hopefully, see you on October.
Hello everyone, we are a representative of Admission Office School. Here is Magda.
Hello.
And I'm Jana. We are going to talk briefly about our admission schedule, our programs, tuition and registration fees, our online admission system, and our contact details.
Before I start, I would like to encourage our viewers to visit KUL's official website. In the top right corner, there is a blue bar that reads Study in English. By clicking on this site, you will be transferred to our register system. The website is kept up to date, so therefore you can check our current requirements, deadlines, and study programs. One of the most important thing is dates and deadlines. Admission started on the 1st of March and end on the 6th of April. Registration process will be terminated at midnight to the 6th of April. What's more, online announcement of admission results will be available on eRecruit portal on the 19th of April. Candidates who get accepted to study need to confirm their choice and pay tuition fee not later than 30th of April. The second term of admission for applicants from reserve list will start on the 10th of May. Candidates can confirm their choice by the 20th of May. From the 5th of May will be a second term of admission and the last term also. The online registration is open till the limit of students' number is exhausted.
You have several options in pursuing your KUL degree. We offer 8 BA programs, 3 MA programs, and 1 5-year loan cycle program. If you are keen on asking questions and searching for answers, or international communication skills sound like an appealing idea for you, so at the Faculty of Philosophy you can study BA in Applied Anthropology, BA in Philosophy, or you can continue your studies in MA in Philosophy program and study John Paul II Philosophical Thought. The Faculty of Law, Canon Law and Administration encouraged to start a BA in European Studies program or continue your studies in MA in European Union Law. Those who are interested to be fluent in area that are the key part of European Union regulations as well as European integration. If you are a master of words or you would like to know more about art of persuasion, then we encourage you to study BA in journalism and social communication at the Faculty of Social Sciences. If you, for example, are keen on math and science, which is emphasized now in all schools, so we prepare for you BA in informatics and mathematics. If you are concerned with environmental problems, you can study BA in biotechnology program or continue your studies in MA program. Finally, BA in materials engineering will prepare for you to work in production and materials characterization after you graduate. On the top of the list is our long cycle 5-year MA in theology program, which is the quintessence of the John Paul Catholic University of Lublin. Studying this program, you will have an extensive knowledge about Christianity and Catholicism in biblical, historical, pastoral, liturgical, and other aspects, and we are sure that you will find your path in life.
I'm sure that you want to know the prices. The prices range from 3,800 zł per year for applied anthropology to 9,800 zł per year for mathematics. Others popular courses, for instance, journalism and social communication, cost 7,000 zł per year. Biotechnology costs 9,000 zł 500 per year of course, or philosophy BA degree costs, for instance, 5,600 zł. Of course, there is possibility to study for free. Candidates need to meet some requirements. You can check on our website.
Our online registration system is quite straightforward. It will ask you to upload some documents, so it will be better to have them in advance. You will be required to upload your photograph, a scan of your passport, a copy of your secondary school certificate or BA, MA diploma, depending on the program. If you have a document that entitle you to study for free, so you have to upload it as well, for example, your Poles card. For the clergyman, we require a recommendation from the church authorities. For BA in Applied Anthropology program, you have to upload a certificate confirming your pro-social engagement and listing the activities you participated in. If you would like to study a philosophy or theology program and you are of Catholic denomination, you should submit the parish priest opinion. All our programs start on the 1st of October. So upon enrollment, you are required to submit your documents before the classes start, but not later than 8th of October. The documents are your original passport, your BA, MA diploma or secondary school certificate with legalization and with Polish sworn translation, your health insurance, and for a biotechnology program, we require medical certificate, which you can make in Lublin upon your arrival. Many students ask us what legalization or apostille mean. To put it briefly, legalization means that your documents must be stamped and signed by an appropriate authority. For the USA, you have to stamp your educational documents with apostille at the Secretary of your state. And for Canada, it is required to legalize your documents at the Embassy of Poland or at the consulate in your area.
Next thing I would like to talk about is the step-by-step guide. We prepare it for applicants to make registration simpler. A full step-by-step guide is available in information for candidates section. You will find by clicking on the Study in English bar on our official website. In this guide, there is information, for instance, how to create your individual account, how to apply, how to upload necessary documents, how to provide your personal data, and of course, through that portal, you can contact admissions office. What's more, it's obligatory to pay registration fee 85 zł to consider your application. And do not forget to upload scan of hand-signed form for candidates admitted to a program after getting results. Another step is to upload photo and scan of high school certificate.
The John Paul Catholic University of Lublin offers support for candidates and students with special needs. We have a center for inclusion of students with special needs called KUL I. KEN it's an abbreviation from the Polish name of the center, which became a motto of this center, KUL KEN, you can. You can find the contact details on our website, candidate.kul.pl, in the section Information for Candidates.
If you have any question regarding admissions or programs, please write them on our chat. We will answer for all these questions. And of course, we prepare for you presentation, which will be attached below that video.
If you want to contact us, please send us a message on study@kul.pl. Our task is to help KUL students in achieving the best studying experience possible.
Thank you for joining us. I hope that information was interesting and useful. Welcome to KUL. We are looking forward to meeting you here in Lublin.
Hello everyone, my name is Hisham Chaka. I am a PhD student at KUL's Doctoral School, and I will be presenting briefly our school. So KUL's Doctoral School offers PhD programs in 11 disciplines: philosophy, history, linguistics, literary studies, art, law, theology, social sciences, pedagogy, canon law, and psychology. And registration of candidates for the upcoming academic year 2021-2022 will be open from July 28 to August 29. So KUL's Doctoral School is interdisciplinary. The aim of the school is to develop modern, enlightened scientists who are willing to expand their knowledge and share their expertise for the common good. Training at KUL's Doctoral School is conducted in full-time mode, and students can choose to study in two language paths, either Polish or English. Pursuant to the newly implemented regulations, each and every PhD student is guaranteed a monthly scholarship and is treated as a young scientist. Recruitment to KUL's doctoral school is not only popular amongst candidates from Poland. Candidates from all over the world express their interest in our school. Let me just name a few countries with representatives at KUL. Italy, Ukraine, Belarus, United States of America, Morocco, Nigeria, Ghana, Indonesia, Thailand, and other countries. Just to give you an overview of the recruitment procedure, candidates prepare a description of their initial dissertation project and present their achievements to date in terms of publications and grants. In addition, candidates have to choose a potential supervisor from the professors listed on our website, on our school's website, and obtain their consent, that is, a signed declaration. Candidates who make it past the first stage and are invited for interviews. Finally, candidates who show sufficient academic abilities will be admitted to KUL's doctoral school. As you can see, the competition at KUL's doctoral school is fair and transparent. Only the best candidates are admitted, regardless of their predilections. And now, as regards the curriculum of KUL's doctoral school, it is based on a metaphor of a temple, built upon 4 columns. So we have 4 columns. Column 1, academic competences. Column 2, knowledge dissemination. Column 3, methodological competences. Column 4, specialized competences. These 4 columns provide a base for truth-seeking and sharing. We believe that in seeking truth honestly and sincerely, we can find eternal truth. In each column, 3 parts are distinguished, each of them representing a specific kind of activity. A, base, includes obligatory courses. B, shaft, includes elected courses. And C, capital, includes students' own activities. PhD students at KUL's doctoral school can choose from a wide variety of courses from different disciplines. By allowing students the freedom to choose what to study, our doctoral school encourages PhD students to expand their expertise in their respective fields and explore new areas of study. Apart from the scholarship they automatically get after being admitted to the school, doctoral students at KUL can make use of various funds to finance their research, internships, and other activities. They receive thorough support in preparing publications and grant applications during dedicated classes and consultations. They can also take part in competitions for prizes for the best scientific publications as a way of encouraging students to be academically productive. So I now reach the end of my presentation, and I would like to thank you all for your attention and good luck with your applications. Thank you very much.
Hi, Brian. It's nice to have you here.
My pleasure.
I have some questions for you, but I think that our audience is more interested in your answers. So, where are you from?
I'm from the United States of America, North Carolina, the
Okay.
good old southern United States. So a little bit of far away from Lublin, Poland.
That's right. And that's why I am interested in why you decided, why you choose Poland.
Well, I'm actually Polish American. I'm a Polish citizen as well as an American citizen. So between that, my father himself being from Lublin, and researching the school myself, looking it up online, my own interests. That's why I'm here.
Okay, so your roots was your motivation. more or less?
Partially, as well as my academic interests. You know, they went hand in hand together.
Okay. So what are you studying now?
I'm currently studying John Paul II philosophical studies. I'm currently getting my PhD in that.
Oh,
And
great.
that's after having finished a master's degree in the same thing.
Okay. And why did you choose this program? Why philosophy?
Well, primarily because I do have an interest in classical philosophy, kind of the great ideas that built Europe and the Western world. But I'm not the kind of person who's afraid to have them in discussion with modern ideas. You know, you need one, you can't just have one or the other, you need both of them. And particularly the philosophy of Karl Wojtyła, and not so much his theology, but his philosophy, did that in a perfect way. And through research, I discovered that he adopted this from the KUL school. So if you're a kind of person who likes the great things that Europe has produced for over 2,000 years, but you also like some of the critiques and some of the new ideas that have arisen in the last 200 years, the programs offered at KUL are really some of the best for that, if you want to reconcile the two.
Okay, great. It's nice to hear that. And could you please tell me more how you find studying at KUL and living in Lublin?
Well, to be brutally honest, I find it relaxing. It's exactly what I was looking for at this point of my life. The way studies are presented at KUL, there's a lot of room for independent development as well as independent interests. And for someone like me, I can flourish in that kind of environment. When you have, it's more of growth as opposed to a factory. They're not making young academics, they're letting them grow. And that, for me, is great. But at the same time, you're also held to a very high academic standard. So freedom as well as high standards, you know, that for me is a perfect setting. A city of Lublin itself, in all honesty, it's the best place I've ever lived in. I have ever lived in. It's a city with over 500-year history. It's great when you walk into a church and you see when it was established and you say, oh, that's older than my country. You know, people have been, you know, praying in this church since before my country was even discovered. And also just the size of it, you know, it's a medium-sized city. So it has all the conveniences that a modern city would have, you know, from the arts to recreation. But at the same time, it's not too large. It still has a very comfortable kind of feeling to it. It's a very homey kind of city and kind of a mixture of the history, the fact that, yes, you can have all the conveniences that you would expect, mixed with the fact that it's the kind of place where if you live here for a while, you get to know it, and it's never more than a handful. So I love it. I love it.
Okay, thanks. And you mentioned that you are also a teacher. Could you please tell us more about it? You are not only the PhD student, but also you are a teacher?
Yes. I do private teaching outside of KUL, although hopefully that'll turn into something related to KUL. But particularly if you're a foreigner, of course, there's English teaching. There's Lublin's actually an academic city. There's multiple universities, some of the best high schools in Poland, thousands, probably, if not thousands, at least hundreds of private language schools. So if you have any kind of foreign language abilities, you can definitely find employment either in your university or outside. And that's, of course, on top of scholarships, stipendiums, grants, whatever. So Lublin's a very, how can I say, easy city to live in.
Nice to hear that. And do you have any advice for people who are consider studying abroad?
Well, first of all, I tell them, consider KUL, please. I think it would be in their benefit to consider KUL. But also, if they specifically want to study at KUL, I'd recommend two things primarily. Always do things early. The earlier, the better, because things just naturally pop up in any kind of situation. Difficulties just naturally arise, and the earlier you do it, the easier it'll be to handle those situations. And my second thing I would say is, if you are considering KUL, talk to the different diaconates, the chairs, or as we would say in American English, the departments. Talk to the administration of all the different departments, the department you're interested in, just so you get a better idea of the process, what's expected of you, things like that. But aside from that, if people are thinking about studying abroad, just some general hints. Think about what you want to study, and try to find a place that fits your interests. And if you're somebody, as I said, who has an interest in reconciling the old with the new, in having a little bit more freedom to grow, as well as definitely the Catholic nature of the university. I mean, I'm studying Karl Wojtyła, John Paul II's philosophy, so think about what you need and find the place, but I definitely say KUL is a school for a very wide breadth of people.
Okay, thank you so much, and good luck with your studies and your teaching classes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Dear future students, maybe of this Catholic University in Lublin, we are in a small library of our university, and I would like to say to you two things. The one thing is about the question, what is the philosophy? And the second thing is my short invitation to the very particular program of our philosophical faculty here. You are invited in. Well, the first important question, what is philosophy? It's not an easy question in our time, because in our time, we live in the time of science and technology. And who knows what a philosophy is? Who cares about philosophy today? So we try to understand what a philosophy is here at the Catholic University in Lublin. And, well, let me say a few words about our understanding of the philosophy. So I'm pretty sure you know very famous trilogy, 3 movies, Matrix. This is a movie about a virtual reality we live in today, maybe. Very close, we are very close to this. So the first chapter of this trilogy, Matrix 1, speaks about our world, which is actually not our world, real world, but this is a very sophisticated neuroactive simulation. This is our understanding what the world is, or maybe this is our imagination what our world may be. So we see the most important hero of this movie, Neo, who is thinking about this reality and he's doubting, is this real world, is this real reality or not? Because he sees something's wrong in our world. And in effect, he explores this his intuition, and he tries to come through this intuition to the real world. So you know this movie, and this is absolutely interesting interpretation of one of the most important philosophical texts in our Western tradition of the philosophy. This is Plato's myth of the cave. So Plato speaks in this myth about people sitting in the cave and watching the wall in this cave as a screen. On this screen they see their reality, because some people behind of them, they show, let's say so, little matrix for them, little movie, little theater, and they sitting in this cave since the youth. They understood this is the real world, this is the reality. And suddenly, says Plato in his myth, suddenly one of them, these prisoners, stands up and goes outside to the real world, to the sunshine, to the nature, to people, to the animals. And what is this sudden move to the freedom? This is exactly what a philosophy is. So Matrix, this famous movie, is interpretation of old philosophical myth, Platonic myth about a cave. So we can understand what a matrix is. We are fascinated about this movie, about the virtual reality. So when you go to your computer games, so you are in the virtual reality. And you can imagine this can be your just reality, your world. And so Plato in this cave myth speaks, this is our imagination, what we see, what we can hear. And the real world maybe is not exactly our imagination. And a philosophy is the way to go through this imagination to the real world. And my question to you is, would you like to know the real world? Would you like to know the reality? And would you like to know the truth? If this is a good invitation to you, you are invited to study philosophy. Because the philosophy is exactly the question of freedom, the question of truth, the question of goodness and good life. So this is the question of old classical philosophy, ancient philosophy of Plato, Aristotle, other people, other Greek ancient thinkers. So we here at this university, we try to follow steps of these ancient thinkers, and we try to study and understand and teach the classical philosophy. Well, this is the first point I would like to present you in this short invitation. So the question what a philosophy is. You young people, you are invited to go this way to study philosophy. Maybe your decision will to come here and to study this classical philosophy we do. And the second point is a short invitation, because here in the Catholic University of Lublin, we have something very particular. This is the program, philosophical program, master program, called John Paul II Philosophical Studies. So, particular thing about our university is the teacher, the philosophy teacher was Karl Wojtyła, former John Paul II, Pope John Paul II. During the over 20 years in the last century, he was a philosophy professor here. So Wojtyła was focused on ethical question. He was a philosopher, theologian, but he was very focused on ethical questions. And our idea was to create a very special program, master program, called John Paul II Philosophical Studies. And in this program, we teach the classical philosophy and a modern philosophy connected to the thinking of Karl Wojtyła and his philosophy as well. So we start with the most important books of classical thinking. We start with Plato's Republic, and we continue our studies discussing Nicomachean Ethics of Aristotle, St. Augustine about the free choice, metaphysics of Aristotle. We study also the most important book of medieval philosophy. This is St. Thomas Aquinas' Summa Theologiae. So we go then to the modernity. We go to Immanuel Kant, practical philosophy, and of course Max Scheler, phenomenology. Then we finish with Karl Wojtyła's most important books, like Action and Person and Love and Responsibility. So this program is a program so we can call it patrimony of John Paul II, Karl Wojtyła, patrimony of his philosophical tradition and the tradition of our Western philosophy. So a very important and particular philosophical move of KUL I was try to connect two important traditions in philosophy. One tradition is this classical philosophy of Plato, Aristotle, and Thomas Aquinas, and the second is modern phenomenology. And in 20th century, the phenomenology was probably most important philosophy, most creative one, and KUL I was very focused in his ethical questions exactly on this thinking, on thinking particularly thinking of Max Scheler. So coming after John Paul II, coming after Professor KUL I here, we try to study these two things, classical thinking, classical philosophy, and phenomenology of KUL I. So maybe this proposition is a quite good proposition and quite particular proposition, not only because KUL I was here professor, and we can experience his presence here at this faculty still, but also because his try to connect two traditions in the philosophy is a good try to understand what a philosophy is today, for our days. To try to understand not only what one particular philosophical thinking is, but what a philosophy as philosophy is. To understand what the unity of philosophical experience is. So, my dear young men, you are cordially invited to study here, to join studies at Catholic University of Lublin.
Today we are at the Catholic University of Lublin, where Karol Wojtyła worked for 25 years before becoming Pope John Paul II. Within the Department of Philosophy, it is possible to feel the presence of Wojtyła, not only because he lived and taught here, but because of the enormous philosophical legacy that he has left behind. Foremost is his interpretation of human being as person through two great philosophical traditions, the metaphysics of Thomas Aquinas and the phenomenology of Max Scheler. The thought that Karol Wojtyła developed here became the fundamental intellectual basis for the pontificate of John Paul II. His Christian understanding of the person has become of key importance to the Catholic tradition in our time. His phenomenological approach provided a relevant and interesting way of transmitting this Christian understanding of the human being to the whole world in an accessible language. This classroom is the very room in which St. John Paul II taught while he was a professor at the Catholic University of Lublin. Wojtyła worked at the Catholic University from October 1954 until he became Pope in 1978. After many years of his pontificate, this place has become a hidden shrine to the spirit of Pope Wojtyła. This hidden shrine provides an inspiring environment for young people to unveil Wojtyła's message and connect tradition with modernity. The philosophy department at the Catholic University of Lublin wants to invite not only Polish students to enjoy this opportunity to study in such a rich environment. In October 2015, a master's programme for English-speaking students will start here, called John Paul II Philosophical Studies. During this course, students will be able to enter into discussion about the most important works of classical philosophy, and in particular to study the philosophical works of John Paul II. On behalf of the Philosophy Department here at the Catholic University of Lublin, I would like to invite you to join us here to participate in John Paul II Philosophical Studies.
Thank you so much for being with us today. Hope you like it and hope we will see in Lublin soon. For those who couldn't be with us today, we plan another online meeting on Thursday, 25th of March at 11 Central Standard Time and 12 Eastern Standard Time. Once again, thank you so much and have a great day.